Good morning. I am Kevin Price. Really glad to be with you. Going to spend some time today talking to you about you and your business. Do want to mention today's program brought to you in part from our friends at Our Way Health and Chris Kidd Enterprises. Also want to mention my national television show on the Biz TV network this Sunday at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time and 10:30 a.m. Central Time, coast to coast, and always looking forward to spending time with you this weekend. This show promises to be an excellent program. You can learn more about it, as well as some of our past programs, at priceofbusiness.com. Hey, right now, there's been a lot of concern and a lot of information articulated about the problem with over-the-counter drugs. And all the time I'm hearing about news stories and some drugs that were treated as universally safe actually are being found to cause long-term liver damage. In fact, I personally know two people who have serious health, liver-related issues, potential death, because of it, that relates back to prolonged, protracted use of what, was considered safe over-the-counter drugs, and they're not so safe. And our guest is going to talk about just that. John Incledon, president of Himitsu, is that correct? Himitsu America.
Yes, he's a Me Too America.
I'm glad you made a real easy name for us. We appreciate that. You're most known, though, for Salon Pass, which I am familiar with the product, and I can personally vouch for it. Tell us about your company. Tell us about your product.
Well, good morning, Kevin, and thank you for having me. Yes, I manage a U.S. subsidiary here of a Japanese-based pharmaceutical company headquartered in Tokyo. He's a Me Too pharmaceutical company. It's about $1.5 billion in sales. It's publicly traded on the Tokyo Exchange. And we really have one purpose, one business mission, and that's to improve the quality of life for pain sufferers through patches, through our patch technology. So we've been at this business for about 170 years. We've only been at it here in the United States since 1989.
Very interesting. Talk about how it works. I mean, so it's been around for a long time. Obviously, people wouldn't buy it unless they could find it works. And so kind of give us an overview of it from really an efficacy perspective, the history of it.
Well, it's interesting. That's a fantastic question, and I often get that because what I think American consumers don't realize is we have two pathways to approval here to market over-the-counter medications. One does not require FDA pre-approval, and that's called the U.S. monograph system. And think of a monograph like a cookbook, and that prescribes the dose level and the labels you would need to have on a product in order to introduce it into the United States, assuming you have good manufacturing practices at your facility. And you don't need to submit your product to the FDA to be individually reviewed. The issue with that, of course, is everybody that has access to the cookbooks making the same recipe, so there's very little differentiation. But not surprisingly, I would say about 80% of the drugs marketed here are marketed under the U.S. monograph. And the U.S. is unique in that. Most countries do have a prior approval. The alternative way, and a way we've chosen for some of our products, is through the new drug application process. The same way that prescription medicines are brought to the market is the way we brought two of our premier products to the market. And by engaging in that process, which is lengthy and expensive, took us 7 years to get approval. There's a whole filing process with clinical studies, etc. But you get to have a label that you have studies to support that is unique relative to what's in the monograph. And in our products, the efficacy is clinically proven. We have a duration benefit that nobody else has in that we work up to 12 hours. And we also have the strongest labeled indication for pain of any over-the-counter pain medicine. So I'm going to put Advil and Aleve in that. All those products are indicated in the drug facts to treat only mild or minor pain. Our product is indicated to treat both mild and tougher, moderate pain because those are the patients that we studied when we filed our new drug application.
What would you say is, and of course you didn't do that for altruistic reasons, obviously you did that because that's how you had to get a product that was so unique in our marketplace, which I think is good news for the consumer. That means that a different type of approach was being made available to them.
Absolutely, Kevin. You know, we have a concept we call salonopathy. And again, Salonpas is the brand we market here in the U.S., but that is a global term within our company, and it basically means improving the quality of life for pain sufferers through patch. And we take that very seriously. And the United States and Canada are sort of outlier markets in that the use of topicals to help manage pain, and that's an important concept, pain management, not just treating pain, but managing pain. The United States and Canada, fully 88% of pain management products purchased OTC are in pill form here. If you go to Asia, you find that 60 to 65% of the pain management options purchased OTC are topical related. If you go to Europe, you're looking at 25 to 30%. So almost 9 out of 10 purchases or dollars spent to manage pain with OTC products here in the United States is with oral systemic medications. And we think that the consumer is missing out on opportunity, and that by incorporating topical options like our Salonpas pain patches, they can better manage their pain safely. I mean, we think that that is absolutely good medicine.
Absolutely. Makes perfect sense. Perfect sense. And so what kind of penetration have you enjoyed in the market?
To give you perspective, so I've been with the company now 5 years, and the company's original approach to doing business here in the U.S. was to bring over some very talented individuals that had success in the local domestic market in Japan. And, when you go to a foreign country, there's often a lot of challenges, and those folks work very hard to get the business to about $15, $16 million in retail. In the last 5 years, we've grown it to $80 million. We're now the number 2 brand in the category, just behind Icy Hot. And we've enjoyed about 25% compound annual growth in that 5-year time period.
John Incledon, President of Hisamitsu America. Thank you very much. And but more importantly, the website you wanted to know is salonpas.us. That's SALONPAS.us, correct?
Correct.
And final thoughts before we let you go, and thanks for being with us.
Thank you so much, Kevin. I truly appreciate it, and I hope your listeners consider a topical option, especially Salonpas, if they're facing pain issues, and that they read labels.
Yeah, I think so, absolutely. Makes a lot of sense. It's very dangerous out there. And what's frightening is that we do all these kind of tests, and decades later we find out there's still potential problems with them. And so I appreciate you bringing that to our attention. When we come back, we're going to have much more for you. Do want to remind you that the best content here does show up over there at usdailyreview.com. And you're listening to The Price of Business.